So currently I have 7 items in my backpack. I don't carry a lot of items in Amara's backpack because I only need 4 weapons. You know, I need a pistol, I need a SMG, and 2 shotguns. I don't have any assault rifles, and I don't have any heavy weapons, you know. And all my weapons are face cast weapons. But now and again, I might run around and play with the ties that bind to grasp enemies, even though they're face cast weapons. But when the game gets serious, I switch back to face cast and get the 250% damage that a face cast gives you, right? But normally, you know, I run around with, like I said, 7 items in my backpack. My backpack holds 50, but I have 7 items because I only need those 4 guns. I have a Hell Shock, which I farm Gigamine to get, and he drops a lot of Hell Shocks, but it takes a while to get the specific one you want, which is one that does 250% more damage. That's the one you want for Amara. And then you get like a Face Puncher that does 250% more damage for face casting as well. And then you get the perfect mobbing weapon, which is the Recursion. And of course, face cast again, 250% more damage when you face cast. And then the last weapon I get is the XZ41, the Hyperfocus XZ41, and that does 250% damage for face casting as well. But I don't have it in the version that I want, which is no elemental damage. Right now I have one that does radiation damage, so it's not perfect, but it's good enough. When I run into a boss or an enemy that has radiation, I can't use it, but it's good enough until I find an XC41 that does 250% damage of face casting and is non-elemental. So that's my only weapon I'm looking for Amara. So every time Gearbox, you know, raise the levels, I have to get new weapons, and those are the only weapons I ever get. And also sometimes I get that shock weapon, that conference call, the Brainstormer. So the Brainstormer is the other weapon that I have in my backpack. So I have 5 weapons in my backpack, and those are the weapons, right? But 7 items overall, because I have, like, you know, probably a couple grenades, and I have 1 artifact, which is the elemental boost. That's it. I don't have another artifact. I don't have an artifact like on Zane and Flak. I have an artifact that does give me health whenever I melee someone. I don't need that for Amara, because Amara has the ability to get health regeneration from shooting enemies with elemental. That she gets health regeneration from doing elemental damage to enemies, so she doesn't need the health refill artifact. So that's good. I just carry 1 artifact. So whenever some kind of damage is triggered against me, some kind of effect, you know what I'm saying, if I'm doing that damage back, I'll do 100% more damage. So I usually run a shock shield with a incendiary grenade damage anointment, and then that way and then I run the corrosion element on my skills. So I run corrosion, shock, and incendiary all the time. So whenever I do damage, all those 3 are going all the time. So if I ever get one of those triggered on me, I'm going to do 100% more damage. So the ones I'm missing are radiation and cryo. So when I'm using the XZ41, then I'm doing 4. I'm doing radiation because XZ41 does radiation. I'm doing shock from my shield, and I'm doing incendiary from my grenade, and I'm doing corrosion from my skill element. So I do 4 when I use XZ41. So maybe it's not really the perfect weapon that I would want, but maybe it is the perfect weapon when you're not facing a radiation immune enemy, because then you do 4 types of damage versus that enemy. So it's pretty good if the enemy doesn't have any immunity against damage, any kind of damage or elemental damage. So those are the weapons I use. The main weapon is the face puncher, of course. It's the boss killer. It's the one that saves your life all the time, saves my life all the time. So that's the one I typically use most of the time. And the other weapons I carry, the XC41 and the Hell Shock, are there when I run out of bullets. Right? When I run out of shotgun bullets, I can rely on those weapons. And the mobbing weapon, the recursion, just clears rooms quickly. I don't need to worry. I put on my cryo. I switched to my cryo bullets, and then projectiles, and then just clear a room, knock people over. So these are my weapons that I use, and I just, you know, like I said, I recommend farming Gigamine to get the Hell Shock. It's a good weapon to have. And then he drops other weapons too. Sometimes he drops good weapons. He drops the Face Puncher. He drops XC41s. And he drops recursions. The guy that drops recursion the most is actually General Trant. If you want a recursion, you farm him. You want a Hell Shock, you farm Gigamind. Okay, so those are the guys I normally farm to get the weapons I need for Amara. Those 4 weapons: the Hell Shock, the Face Puncher, XC41, and the recursion.